Learning while you listen. Palm OS Teaching to Go. This is the Palm Loyal Podcast.
On October 12, 2006, Palm Inc. announced that they would be releasing the all-new Palm Trio 680 smartphone, a GSM GPRS Edge quad-band world phone. And this phone is going to be able to do the things we have grown to expect from smartphones, such as email, web browsing, messaging, multimedia, your calendars, contacts, and more. So in the coming weeks, they're going to make this product available. They're hoping to have at least 20 carriers to introduce this on. But you know, with the release of this product, there was another product that was released the same day that stole the show, and that was made by Google. It's called Google Maps. Google Maps has been getting a lot of attention online for obvious reasons. It's a product that we've been hoping for since Google came out with their desktop version of the Maps. And so it is now available on the Trio. It works on some other Palm OS devices that have Bluetooth or Wi-Fi with internet connectivity. It does not work with the Trio 700W presently, but I'm sure they're going to work that out soon. But it's a real clean interface. Sort of works similar to the way Directory Assistant works as far as the mapping portion. But with that product, it goes to the web and it uses the web browser to display the maps. Google Maps has their own program that you download to your Trio that grabs the images and loads them locally. It does a real good job of it. Just like on the desktop, you can drag around the map. So you may search for a particular address, but then want to see neighboring streets and freeways and things like that. And they have a return button that you can click on, and they quickly return you back to your searched destination. They've also included the traffic piece, which is not available on the desktop. They have color-coded lines that will show on the freeway, green being the fastest moving traffic, yellow being the mid-range, and red being the slowest traffic. And then gray is when they don't have any data for that particular area. You can also get your door-to-door directions. It saves any addresses that you've previously searched. You can hit the little arrow and grab those from the list at any point in time. The downside is you're not able to grab addresses from your Palm contacts or phone book currently, so you have to retype these things in. But once you type in the address, it gives you the distance in miles, and then it'll display the route for you. And you can use the space bar and the backspace keys to toggle forward and backward through your route, and so you're able to do that very quickly. It has the diamonds that show you each step so that you don't miss any turns. It gives you the surrounding streets and things, so you're able to have an idea where you're going to go. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that you have the ability to look up nearby businesses. So you can search for pizza, flowers, restaurant names, and if you have more than one location, you're able to toggle between those. But the beautiful thing about it is you can find the address and the phone number, and you can call that phone number right from the Google Maps. When you hit the call button, it'll launch the phone application and dial that number, allow you to make reservations if needed, see if they're still open or what their closing time is, place your order if you're going to be picking up whatever things you need, and then it'll jump you back to the map once it's done. Obviously, unless you add the contact to the phone number to your contacts if you wish. But again, you can toggle between the various locations. In the example that I did, I searched for Subway sandwiches, and there was 9 locations, and I could just jump back and forth with the space bar and the backspace keys. But just like on the desktop, it allows you to see the satellite view. So with these satellite images, you're able to see what structures are around you. Are there tall buildings? Is there water or park or open fields or valleys? So you're able to get a much clear representation of the area that you need to travel through or to. And so this product is very beautifully done. It has a couple of quirks, like I said. It doesn't integrate with context, which I think they'll add that really quickly. The other issue is that you're not able to get your route, your door-to-door route in plain text, and that's needed because sometimes you may not be able. Your route may include points where you don't have access to the internet, and therefore you wouldn't have necessary connectivity to verify your route or look at your route again. And so they need to add the ability to export that, at least to display it, or export it to memo would be great as well. You have the ability to zoom in and zoom out. You can zoom in pretty close to a bird's eye view and a bird's eyes view, or you can zoom all the way out and get almost like a global type representation. I searched for a route from my home to Alaska. It was like 3,000 something miles, and it gave me step by step through Canada and those type of things. And so there's really no limitation to it. Now, if you're using programs like Mapopolis, where you have county to county, you would have to put a lot of maps on your card to be able to, get a long distance route like that. Obviously, people want to have this product integrate with GPS units so they can eliminate having to have Mapopolis type maps for areas that they may not frequent to, or TomTom maps. And so we'll see if Google is able to do that over time. Prior to Google making this available, we had Kmaps. Kmaps gave us functionality which used the Google Maps data, and so I see people not using that now that Google has released their own version, simply because the Kmaps requires that you have the IBM Java program loaded on your Palm, and it's a pretty big RAM eater. And so I think people would rather have this product so they can free up that RAM. They also give you all the tips, all the shortcuts, which keys you can zoom with, and those type of things all built in. And then they have a frequently asked questions section that actually pulls up their website so that they can update that frequently without having to re-release versions of the actual software. And so they have questions out there on how you clear the history. If you erase all, it erases everything. It would be nice if you had the ability to say, just clear the maps, but I want to keep my addresses there so I don't always have to re-enter my home address and things like that. So hopefully they do something with that. They also indicate that they can use the Palm Global Find and do some searches for you. I haven't played with that personally at this point in time. When you exit the Google Maps program, it saves or caches that data so that it pulls up faster next time you re-enter the program. You are able to put this program on your card using programs like a Power Run or a Link Start, or third-party launchers like Z Launcher or Launcher X, and it'll move those two files. Most of the programs work by the creator ID, and they do have both the application and the cache file with the same creator ID. It's an awesome program. Again, it allows you to have the real-time traffic, detailed directions, integrated search results. You can easily move the maps around just by touching the screen and dragging it. You have your satellite imagery that brings alive the surrounding structures. Everybody on the web is talking about this product at this time. It's something we've wanted since they've come out with their desktop version, and I think it's going to be added to a lot of people's essential programs for the Trio. And so if you haven't tried it yet, definitely give it a look. I think it's something that's going to stay on your device, and I think that Google's going to make the changes required and necessary to make it even better.
Learning while you listen. Palm OS Teaching to Go. This is the Palm Loyal Podcast.